So I have a new book coming out January 7th. Maybe it's already January 7th by the time you see this. It's called Born to Walk. And it is an indictment of the running boom of the last 50 years as having been wholly inappropriate for all but a few percentage of the population. Most people should not be running as part of their longevity strategy, their health strategy, their cardiovascular strategy. Most people should be walking. We are obligate walkers. Humans are born to walk. Yeah, we're born to be able to run once in a while, but we're not born to run every day, metronomically, 7-minute, 8-minute, 10-minute mile pace down the pavement. That typically for most people is overly stressful, has a negative effect on mood, on the hormonal system, on digestion in many cases, certainly on the joints for a lot of people. It's not a great weight loss program. In fact, running is probably one of the worst choices for a weight loss program if that's one of your goals. And yet, somehow, over the past 50 years, marketing hype from the shoe industry, from the race industry, promoting marathons as a bucket list item or a life-changing opportunity, have continued to promote this idea that running is the best thing you can do as a human who's looking to improve health and longevity. So the book really, it's a fun read. I think it first 100 pages goes into the history of running and how it came to be, that we chose to do this activity, that no other human, up until 200 years ago, no other human around the world would have chosen to go run for 6 miles for no reason at all. Even this concept of persistence hunting, even this idea that anthropologists will look at the San tribe or the Bushmen in Africa or in South America and say they do these persistence hunts where they're because of their evolution as humans and their cooling system with the evaporative cooling system that we have with sweat glands and our upright stature and our long limbs and our narrow hips, that we can chase an animal for 2 hours and then jab a spear in it and eat. Even that wonderful story is full of holes. Most of the persistence hunters throughout history didn't run 7-minute miles to chase an animal. They walked and tracked and sprinted and crouched and hid and waited and tracked again and jogged, and over 2 or 2.5 hours were able to use their brains to track the beast and then jab a spear in it. And they didn't, and so then they would bring the meat back to camp, but they didn't on a day off go, hey, no hunt today, let's go run 7 miles. It was completely antithetical to human history and human health. So the book looks at the history of running from an anthropological point of view, certainly from a marketing hype of thick, cushioned, breezy cloud running shoes, having enabled tens of millions of people to run with bad form and get injured at alarming rates, like rates higher than the NFL. All of which is to say there's a much easier way to achieve ideal body composition, to improve digestion and mood, to improve productivity, to maintain lean muscle mass, because running is catabolic, walking is anabolic. All of these things combined make it clear that walking is the quintessential human movement, and it is what we should be doing as the foundation of our health and longevity strategy, and not necessarily running. Now, if you're a skinny ectomorph with great lungs, great VO2 max, and you love to hurt yourself on a regular basis, maybe running is for you. But in my mind, the only people who should be running appreciable miles every week are runners, people who are competing at running, and that's their choice. The rest of us would be much better served with a dedicated, robust walking program, lifting weights twice a week, and sprinting once in a while.